Hello and welcome to episode number 8 of this Let's Play song. Nope. No songs to 6. Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Yes. So last episode we started building a bunch of stuff. We also talked about potentially making some see here. We already have resource cats, so that's not going to work. I was kind of thinking maybe we should have gone for the medical university instead. And there is a perfectly valid reason for that. And that if we're going to be having our... Well, we can have the game running while we talk. Ministry of Health, we're going to be ignoring you for a little bit. And we're going to look at Vesel Pavlov here and see the research tree here. I kind of would have loved to have this thing here. Increased birth rates. I don't think we actually can get that done. Since we could... We could potentially... plan for that medical university and kind of stop this from being built and build the other one instead. So, if you don't know, basically, here it says all the white one that has like a white background is medical related things. So, if we could keep our people healthy and alive and produce more people, you know, that would probably speed things up a little bit for us. This is just a cheat vote, isn't it? Yes, it is. And our bus stop is here. Oof. And the medical university is fairly big. Let's pause this for now. In case we figure out that we would like to go for the medical university instead. You see, it's super big. It has like a ginormous big blueprint. And, yeah, putting that somewhere nice is going to be quite tricky. But we could put it here. That would have potentially worked. Maybe we could even have it here. So when we... see if I do that. Where can they walk to? It doesn't seem like they can quite walk to the bus stop. Let's see if we can figure something out here. So the bus stop is here, right? And we have a path that leads up here. There is no way for us to connect here because this is such a short road. The only thing I could think we could have done is kind of made it go up here and around and up like that, but I still think that is too long. I still believe it's too long. Another thing we can do that is going to cost us a little bit of workers, and a little bit of food, and a little bit of, well, a little bit of everything, is make an orphanage. Now, usually, before the orphanage... Oh, they have 2 now. Interesting. So they have a tiny little one. Huh. A tiny little orphanage. Should we put them down here? Next to the... Oh, they have... If we mirror that... I don't know. I kind of feel like... Maybe not. Also, water seems to be tricky to get in here. We can barely get water in here. But we could also have it up here. Like so. Because, I mean, we're gonna have to deliver food and food, clothing, and meat to keep them happy. Let's see if we can turn off that. Can we actually reach? No, we cannot reach the bus stop from here. That's kind of what we need to look out for. But we could also have had it behind here, connected it into this road here. Well, that is not possible. But we could have taken a road out from here, like so, and brought it out here. That should allow us to reach the bus stop, I would imagine. Let's try that. We probably can still have the game running. Usually I usually pause the game while I am planning out stuff. Okay, so if we did something like that, and then have like, oh, it's gonna be nice having like a trash can right next to the orphanage. Ooh. Alright, orphanage. You were... what are we building now? Though. I would imagine we are building more water pipes, plumbings actually. Okay, let's set that up to high priority. Get that done as fast as humanly possible, comrade. And back to the orphanage situation here. I think we're gonna do it. So the reason why it's gonna be hard to explain without having. Is that the bus stop we are reaching up here? It seems like it. Yeah, we could do something like that. Let's just double check. So you reach up here, and that is the bus stop. Yep, that's fine. That's good. Always check. Always be, you know, measure twice, count once. Isn't that what they say? So I think we'll invest in an orphanage here. We'll get you as close as possible. Find a better angle. Let's also take that one away. We'll make it easier to see. $230. $239. So we can kind of stretch us out all the way out here. Yeah. Okay, so let's try and explain what the orphanage does. So the game is a little bit weird. It's like it simulates like all the people. So let's say in this building here there lives a dude named Frederick. All right, Frederick here. He has 2 kids. Now Frederick goes to work at some sort of toxic location out here, and he dies. Now the game kinda removes the kids from the game. If they are escaping, I don't know, or if they just does like the Back to the Future and just fades out of existence. I don't know what happened to them, but if we have an orphanage, they will basically end up here. So, so yeah, that is. What are we doing now? More cables. So I think that is going to be a good way for us to kind of preserve as many people in here as humanly possible. Because right now, if we look at where we can actually reach people, so we can reach those, and those. 40, 80, 160, 200, 240, plus a couple of these. That is not very much. But then again, we're going to be upgrading the roads sooner rather than later. And hopefully then we should be able to fill up on space here. We also had this as a cheat road, I think. Yeah, it's because we planned a trumpet that's going to go out here. Another... Right, that needs to be built. High priority on you, my friend. Alright, let's see here. We would like to remove these cheat roads now, right? We don't need those anymore. It seems like we have built a majority of the road here, if not, like, all of it. Almost all of it. Wow. Good job, folks. Good jobs. So, we'll remove those cheat roads here, as though they are not necessary. Could potentially keep this road out here. It just goes out to nowhere. Actually, that is a terrible idea. And the reason for that is the snow plows, they are just going to go nuts. And it's not long until we get snow. 22nd of November is the day when we're going to get snow in our republic. And then everything is going to slow down. When it comes to trucks, can we get rid of that? Is there any other? There probably is like a million cheat roads that we have put down, like these, for example. That entire line here. This entire thing here. Oh, this guy here. Was that all the cheat roads taken care of? I possibly think so. Alright, let's see here. Let's take a little look underground and see what we are currently working on. Anything here? We should also be able to reach this guy now. So it changed a little bit of a hue color here, right? So it was kind of like dark green. The reason for that is they can't actually reach it. What is this? Oh, it's a bus plot. Ow. They actually can't reach it here because they have to finish this little road bit here first. You know what? I am optimistic. I am cautiously optimistic about this. To be perfectly honest. Cautiously optimistic. Alright, we have another thing that we need to build. What is this? More pipes. More pipes. Get those pipes in the ground, comrades. Let's see if we can also play a little bit without the wire mesh. We still haven't gotten any name suggestions. We have one for a farm, but other than that, I don't think we have any name suggestions for our Opolis. It's a little bit strange that we still have vehicles out here that is not doing anything. Does that mean we should upgrade more gravel roads? I kind of think that is exactly what it means. So the more of these roads here we can upgrade, the better. So we'll upgrade those, we'll upgrade those. Actually, can we just upgrade all of these? At least the ones that is far away. So we are upgrading those so that the population can reach further by walking. Could you imagine walking in high heels on a mud road and then it starts to rain? Oh gosh, I'm so glad I'm not wearing high heels. But more power to you if you do, I guess. I never understood the high heel thing, but there you go. So, how far are we on... Let's see here. How far are we on the job that you are doing? You don't say what you're doing. I guess it's here. We can kind of look and see how things are progressing. So this is the underground view, so he has to dig down here. He's basically digging down a trench down here, I think. We have 2 pipes here. Are we working on both of them at the same time? No. So... yeah, so I do require concrete. I know the prefab panels is basically the concrete plumbing that we're sticking down here. The gravel, I think it is to kind of cover up the hole that he has dug up. I think that is kind of how they justify it. Ah, we are taking another excavator for a little trip, a road trip. And we are going to another unfinished pipe. What a shock. This one seems to be going quite quickly. So first they kind of dig the thing, and now they're going to need 1 ton of steel to finish this little pipe here. You are missing 7 work days. That should be done right about now. Excellent, excellent. I am tempted to kind of continue planning out our expansion here, but I'm also kind of worried that if we plan too much, you know how it goes, right? We forgot to upgrade this little road segment. Wow. Right, let's queue up these. Alright, and then we're going to be going over all of these, making sure that they are not shoving a ton of workers where no workers is needed. So eventually you kind of learn to see which length you can go for, if that makes sense. These doesn't need to be high priority, I would imagine. So this one probably, yep. There we go. And you probably gonna need no workers. You don't need no workers. You don't need no workers, leather. There we go. We could also upgrade some of the footpaths here. Oh. Wait. Yeah, they could go walk in here. Gosh, I thought we did the wrong thing here and looked at the place of sports thingy. Now, is this actually... I feel it's not like 100% this road here, so we're gonna be kind of redoing this road, I think. Because this is kind of just a little micro away from... Come on, please. Oh, that's not gonna work, is it? Are we gonna find that snapping point again? No. Okay. Well, we'll just pretend. So just a little micro pixel out there. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That is fine. Alright, our little town is coming along. Turn off that. We're gonna have to make a decision about the medical university. I'm not quite sure if we can afford building both of them. To be perfectly honest with you. But it would be nice if we could, though. What is this? More electricity due to high priority. Which one is it? This guy? This little wire goes underneath the ugly thing here. Now, if you don't have like the Ukraine DLC, there should be, I think the best option. Oh, I mean, you have the workshop. If I probably haven't talked a lot about the workshop. The workshop is fantastic. There's so many cool models and such on the workshop, and so many cool mods. So you can find mods for new buses, new cars, new trucks, fantastically generated landscape. You can also find mine there if you like. New buildings that comes in all shapes and sizes. Yeah, but there is a lot of interesting stuff on the workshop. Oh, that was quick. But yeah, I think perhaps that the orphanage is going to be a good way for us to preserve a bunch of people. We're probably not going to need it right away, but eventually, no, maybe it would be good to have it kind of start. Also, you, can I set you to high priority, please, so we can get you done or use you somewhere else? Also, have we started working on any other buildings? Are we just doing roads and plumbing and wires here? Okay, that seems to be what we're doing. Plumbing's, factory connections, more factory connections. Oh, there we go. No. The enemy of, well, the Republic. So, you can kind of already see that our vehicles here are slowing down quite a bit. So they could drive, what was it, 35 kilometers on... Yeah, 35 kilometers on a mud road, and they can drive up to 60 kilometers on a gravel road, but if there is snow on the bloody gravel road, they can only drive like 30 kilometers. Let's see if we can see the speed on... Okay, let's pause here. Check you. So you only drive 16 kilometers per hour on snowy mud roads. So, yeah. This could be very dangerous if you don't kind of have like a very good experience with this. Snow, I mean. So, if you build things too far away, let's have a look at you. Now, these are foreign workers. They are a little bit different. So, they can travel. So, you see, travel in vehicle. It says 1 hour out of 12 hours. So, since these are foreign workers, we can have them 12 hours in the car before they just vanish. They just say, nope, I'm teleporting back home. But our own people, which is usually a lot better workers than foreign workers, because, you know, it's our own workers. They are the best. They can only sit 4 hours in a car. And you can also have them, for example, switch. Let's say you have something in that direction here, and then you have them come down here. Let's say this trip here takes 3 hours to the bus stop. And then you can force them to disembark the truck at this station here, and then you can have another truck come and pick them up and kind of send them onwards to the next location, which is up here. They can, if I'm not completely mistaken, they can only sit total of 5 hours. So they can sit 4 hours in one sitting, I guess. And then you can set them here, and then you have 1 more hour to bring them to wherever you like to bring them. It's very, very complicated. Also, they won't go to the bus stop if they don't need to. but you can force them to go there if you like. There are a bunch of things that are a little bit finicky with this game, but when you learn it, it's great. It's all good, all fun and games. You, my friend, you are high priority, and this factory connection is done. Another thing they have added into this update, the waste management update, is the option of having those be one way or, you know, two ways. Since this is going to be a place where we're going to be dealing with goods, and we have that connected to a factory here, you can't kind of... Well, we'll go over that later, I think. But let's say we have a truck here. He can go in here, and he has connection to this. I usually say he can talk to this guy, but he can't talk directly to this guy. Or can he? No, the warehouse talk to this thing here. Okay, I'll just... okay, so we're going to be bringing fabrics, which we need to sew new blue jeans. So the trucks are going to come up here. They're going to be depositing the fabric into this cargo station, which then is going to send that into the warehouse. Okay. Then the warehouse can talk to this guy here. So when this guy here needs fabric, he says, okay, I'll get fabrics from here. And then when he has enough clothing in his inventory, because all factories has an inventory. He has a warehouse export inventory of 7.5 tons of clothing. So eventually he's going to say, okay, our storage is full. We'll just send it into the warehouse. And then the clothing's got sent in here and stored here until a truck comes up here and pick them up and send them to wherever they need to go. So that's kind of a little bit how it works. I'm also curious here, since we kind of have upgraded all the... I'm kind of tempted to go to our technical offices and tell them not to do any mud roads. Yeah, don't do any mud roads. Focus on the gravel path. So they will basically focus on this, hopefully. Now, where were we with this guy here? Okay, this needs to be high priority now, as this guy here is needed for the asphalt road. So we'll see, are you high priority? Let's set you to medium priority. And also you. Let's see, what are you doing? You are going out here, delivering workers out here. No, so all the workers have a work shift. So 8-hour work shift. Then they go home to their own republic. But if it was our own workers, or citizens, or residents, or whatever you like to call them, they would have, after their work shift, they would have gone home. So let's say he lives here. He would automatically just teleport here after 8 hours. Then he's going to have, what is it, 16 hours free time, where he needs to find food, meat, visit the doctor potentially. So he will go, well, let's say he wants food and meat. He will go up here and see, oh, well, hopefully there is food in here, because, you know, we are in a satellite state of the Soviet Soviet Union. So hopefully there is food here. If there is, he will be very happy. And then he will go down to the next point on the list. It could, for example, be food or clothing. He can get all of those 3 articles here. But let's say he needs to, he also wants to do sports. Okay. Now he's going to be going from here, down here, and in here to the Palace of Sports Dynamos. And, I don't know, ride a bicycle or whatever they do in here. In my head, it's a building that is just full of bicycles. But it probably isn't. Let's see if we can find out if it says anything about it. No, it doesn't say anything. It requires a little bit of heat. But yeah, I imagine like there is just like a 500 to 5,000 bicycles in this building here. So yeah. But when he's done with that, and if he fulfills all his needs, his happiness will stay the same or go up. Eventually we will get to the point where, let's see, we have a citizen that would like to go and he would like to pray, for example. Now we are a Soviet state, so you know, there is an all-out ban on religious buildings and such. So so there is no prayer. So he's going to be very, very unhappy, and then he's going to go home, complain to his wife, and he's going to lose a little bit of happiness. And happiness directly affects how much or how efficient they are. So let's find a bus here. You have some workers in here. And we'll click this guy's here. So he has 74% happiness. He's kind of happy. But he's not happy enough. So let's say he works at the clothing factory here. And he has 86% productivity. So if he could have made like 100 t-shirts in an hour, he will only be making 86 t-shirts an hour. So having a productive, happy population is quite important. There is a lot of information to take in playing this game. And that's kind of why I like it. Also games like Songs of Six, for example. Also one of those games where, you know, just can't get enough of it. Alright, we've started on this guy. We'll, I don't think we actually need workers on this guy. Yeah, I think it's the same here. Just turn off the workers so we just don't flood the area here with workers. You, high priority. Good. So even though we're not doing very much right now, building or things are being done, and there is always something to micromanage in this game, I would say. For example, we could have upgraded the roads here, those two little roads, but I think we will not. Because hopefully one day in the in the future, we're going to do some research so we can get bigger versions of these distribution centers, and those we can build as many as we want of. So, for example, this only have room for 3 vehicles. Let's say this guy here, which is an upgraded version of it, it holds parking spots for 5 vehicles. So we could, for example, have had those 3 plus, let's say, the fuel thingies here. It's a little bit bigger though, and then we have another one that has parking spot for 12 vehicles. So let's say, well, what should we say? If we had, now we can't get everything done here because every distribution center, let's see here, click on you. Every distribution center can only have 20 orders. So let's say we want them to go down here. That's 1 order. So we can only have 20 of them. And the same goes for the small one, which is a free one, the medium one, and the large one. Or is it this, the free one, small one, and the medium? There is something fishy with this. Small one, medium, and there is no large. I think they have left that to the mods, I think. But I don't see any reason why you need 12 vehicles in one distribution center. You can also set up manual lines, which is potentially more efficient. So, for example, let me see here. Is there a good example we could say? Let's say we want to... yeah, let's say we want to make food. Or alcohol. Let's do alcohol. Alcohol is always fun, right? So alcohol needs 30 tons of crops. And of those 30 tons of crops, it's going to be producing 6 tons of alcohol. So we can take this guy, for example. So, what was it? Oh gosh, I've already forgotten the numbers. Distillery. So, if we take 30 divided by 6, I know I can't do math, it's 5, isn't it? 6, sorry, 30 divided by 6. 30 divided by 6 is 5, yep. Okay, I was right. I don't trust my own math, by the way. So we could have told this guy here to bring 5 crops, or even better, 10 tons of crops. And then like he will go here, buy 10 tons of crops, go up here, and pick up 2 tons of alcohol and then sell it. Now, is it worth it? So 2 tons of crops. Let's have a look. We're gonna have to look at a different thing here, because buy and sell prices are also a thing. Inflation and everything is part of the game. So what was I said? 10 tons of crops. Okay, so 10 tons of crops. That is 10 multiplied with. We have to look at the buy prices for rubles. So that is 18.34. So that is 183.4 rubles it's going to cost us. And then we have to look at the alcohol, and we have to look at the sell prices, because we're going to sell it. We're not going to be buying it. We're going to sell it for 253. 253, and we can multiply that with 2, since it was 2 tons we were supposed to sell. So let me just memory that. So 253.84. We'll multiply that with 2. That's 507.68 minus memory recall. So that means we would have made 324.28 rubles on that transit, like that production right there. Yeah, it's a way we can do it. And then we can also have the truck here. After he has gone here, picked up 10 tons of 10 tons of crops, went to the distillery center here, picked up 2 tons of alcohol, and we could have stopped by the pub. Yeah, we could have stopped by the pub and dropped off, let's say, a ton of alcohol here. Eventually this is going to be filling up. So we will go in here and say, oh gosh, you're full. So then I will just bring the 2 tons down here. There is a lot of things you can do with this game. So it's kind of almost like a factory game, Factorio game, which is, it is what it is. We haven't gotten any new buildings here. You, my friend, you need to be high priority. I wonder if we should also get this guy up here. Future endeavors. Seems we are impacted by a serious infection, causing patients severe complication or even death. Seems that this disease is not very infectious and will not spread easily through the population. Seems it's just a seasonal event, and according to experts, this infection should disappear soon. Alright, so that is one of those world events. We also have a new helper card on the market. Let's see here. We have There we go. That's also a world event. The price of iron ore on the global market is rising up. These are several... there are several suspicions that this change can continue for a couple of months. That is kind of unfortunate. I know it's only iron, but when the iron price goes up, steel and basically everything that contains iron goes up. So we'll just jump into another tirade of information. Gosh, I hope your ears are not sweaty. We can look at this guy here, and let's see if we can actually see the prices of steel jumping up. Where is steel? Steel? There you are. We'll click all so we can see from when we started to, what are we now? 13th of January, 1961. So, well, it doesn't seem like it has gone up very much. Maybe they have taken away, maybe it is just iron now. Because usually it affected everything. Iron is here. It doesn't look like a price jump to me, my friend. Could take a while, but there we go, it jumped. But yeah, the price of iron is actually going down. And that is good. That is good. That is good. So we're gonna need iron ore, which we can dig out if we're gonna make our own steel. We're gonna be digging out iron ore. Then we're gonna have to process the iron ore to iron, well, pig iron, or whatever you'd like to call it. And then we're gonna have to take coal, or process that into coal, and then use coal and iron together to make steel. So let's say the prices of steel and iron goes up. Coal and iron goes up. Or usually it just affects the it usually just affects the ground resources. So iron ore, coal ore. Oil can be affected by the world events. Is there anything else? I don't think grain can be affected. The grain prices seems to be always same thing. Although it would be fun if we had like some sort of world event for that. We can send you up to high priority so we can get this one done. And you see it's very cold here, minus 13 degrees Celsius. That is why we kind of need this heating plant here and keeping our population warm during winter. They are going to freeze to death if they are here. There is no way around that, sadly. If you generate a map with already generated villages or cities on it, the cities, if I'm not mistaken, they have their own heating source. So when you get kind of close to them, you're going to have to provide them with heating. I think that is how it works. Also, the generated cities, they have different buildings. And I think you can unlock those in the cheat menu. I'm not 100% sure about that. But, yeah. We are not about that, opening up the cheat menu. Is there anything else we would like to talk about, or should we just take like a nice little view of our little skid mark on the land here, which is going to be our republic? It is a great looking game. I mean, even the cloud. Look at this. Look at this. It's perfect. It's beautiful. But yeah, we definitely have to build something in here. Maybe we'll figure out what crater means in Russian or something like that. Valley. Yeah. Right. Still haven't started working on any buildings, but, well, they kind of have. Seems like they have started working on the ground phase. The ground phase is basically just building the foundation where the building is placed on. just so it doesn't sink into the ground. That doesn't need any workers, so that's kind of why we don't now go and put this up to high priority. Kind of would like to only do high priority to the cranes. As soon as the crane is involved, that means that there is workers involved, and we kind of would like to make sure that the workers are being sent to where they're needed. Get this done, please. Also that one. Oh, now we can build that one. That one, that one. Wait, we can build that one? That one and that one. No, of course, because we still need to build that road. Yeah, so you see these are turning dark green because they don't have access to the road here. Same with this guy. Alright, what are we now? 28th of January. The snow disappears at 22nd of February. I wish there was a little bit of randomization for that. Maybe plus, I don't know, 10... plus minus 10 days, for example, from January... No, sorry, from November 22nd when the snow first comes. Because you can always plan for the snow to come at 22nd of January and disappear at February the 22nd. But it would be nice if we had like some plus and minuses. That would also affect the crops, I think. And it's also something we have to go into a deep dive in when it comes to crops. And they have added in a bunch of new things. Fertility. We have to make sure that they have fertilizers. We have two types of fertilizer, liquid and solid fertilizer. Basically chicken poop or food scraps or something like that. I don't know. Oh, you're just missing gravel, right? Yeah, you're missing gravel. I was a little bit worried that he actually might have needed some workers, but no. No, it's fine. It's fine. Another thing I'm very worried about, and that is money. Money is going to be... I know we are in a communist system, but money is still something you have to worry about. Until you become 100% self-sufficient, that is possible. It's usually what... At least what I think, that's usually what people are trying to aim for in this game. Becoming self-sufficient. And that is actually a little bit more tricky than you would think. Are these not being built? Getting self-sufficient is super hard. Reason is, well, obvious. You have a lot of workers working a lot of different jobs in a lot of different industries, and since you need so many people, you need even more food, and food takes up a lot of space, or farming takes up a lot of space. And contrary to other games, the farms doesn't work year-round. Well, you can kind of do it by turning off seasons, I think. We're done with all of those footpaths. Then we can set this guy up to high priority again, so we can get our way into the bus stop here. But yeah, there is a set date on the calendar where our tractors are going to go out and sow the seeds, and then it will take a certain amount of time for the crops to grow and get ready to harvest, and then we need to send out tractors or combiners or harvesters to harvest the crops. And we have to do that within a certain date, because I think, well, I think it's in the beginning of December. I think or at the end of November, the crop that is still just laying loose in the farm here. Let's say we have a farm here. The harvester harvests the crops and kind of, in my head, they are making those little white hay bales, or the white little hay eggs that you tractor eggs, somebody called them. So we need a vehicle to kind of come and pick those up and put them in, either into a storage or into a food factory, or fling them over the border. Yeah, there is a whole lot to think about. And we also have Christmas lights, if you're into that. We are definitely going to be making that eventually. Christmas lights are kind of fun and a little bit wonky to deal with. So I don't know if we can attach them to... And they're free to place, but they do consume a little bit of power. So let's say we would like to have blue Christmas lights. Yeah, that sounds nice. From the roof of here down to the end of the building there. Let's see if that is actually even possible. It's super tricky to see when the building is not done. So we'll basically drag those out to here. And there we go. And they only light up during the Christmas season, which is definitely not in February, at least not for everyone. Me, I kind of feel like Christmas all year round. And we could take, for example, some red lights. Well, it could be that they work. We'll see. So we'll drag those down here. So we'll see when night falls. It's gonna be... It's not that long until night comes. I think it's gonna be interesting to see. Also, it's easy to remove them. Let's build some blinky lights, or multicolored lights from here to out here. So if you want to remove them, you just click here and you can just aim in. Do they? Yeah, okay. They light up when you kind of are. Oh my! Power sneeze. When you kind of have them selected. Another power sneeze. Nice. It doesn't seem like they light up in February, but they do light up in December, I know. Does it say anything about them? No. Which is kind of strange. I didn't kind of know they celebrated Christmas behind the iron wall. Let's see, we are building another ground face here for the kindergarten. I'm so curious to see it. So you can plan as much as you like, but it's always fun to see when the city is being erected. Because it's not always as you imagine it. It won't look as you imagine it, basically, is what I'm trying to say. There's another asphalt road here. Let's put that to high priority. And how are we doing out here? There was an asphalt road here as well. You can stay at medium priority. Actually, we can set you to high priority. And you as well. How many dumper trucks do we have, actually? I think we don't have very many. Although we might have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 dumper trucks. That should be enough. But they have a lot of other things to do. They haven't even built these. Usually, well, I kind of think that I usually increase the priority here. There we go, 22nd of February, just like I saw in my crystal ball, and the snow is disappearing and the world turns into Swiss cheese. Or molded cheese. So, yeah, I wonder if that is kind of where we're gonna be calling it. I think that is a good idea. Yeah, we'll do that. So with this, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, there should be a like button in the comment section, and of course a red subscribe button underneath the video. It all goes towards helping us fight that pesky YouTube algorithm. So yeah, until next time, take care, and keep smiling.